Hi, my name is Jack, and today I'm going to present the midterms, which there are four questions. So for the first question, I watched Jeff Bezos, the rising Amazon empire. The reason why I watched this is not only because you, the professor, strongly recommended this, but also Amazon is really taking over the entire world, and it is expanding so fast. The reason behind this successful Amazon empire definitely lies into the Jeff Bezos, his own personality as a leader, and also it lies into its marketing strategy or its total business strategy that it uses to reach that success. So first, I want to talk about the leadership of Jeff Bezos. He's a famous founder of Amazon, which we all know, and because of his website, tremendous reach, and his personal net worth of around $82 billion, Bezos stands as one of the most powerful men in the world, no doubt. And this film, Inside Jeff Bezos' Rising Amazon Empire, shows how even though Jeff Bezos seems to have automatic reaction and make snap judgment when it comes to taking marketing advice, it seems he can be made to listen to new suggestions, and which is very important, such as the case when we see one of his previous coders wanted to add advertising to the front page of the Amazon webpage. Bezos' response was that it was a stupid idea. However, after the coder persisted, Jeff Bezos listened, and he listened and then added advertisement to the front page of the website. It is telling, however, that the same coder eventually left Amazon and launched his own company. The coder admits in the interview that Bezos was overwhelming as a personality and often intimidated people. And I think this personality that Jeff Bezos embraces really it's one of the critical factor that leads to the Amazon success. Another point that I want to emphasize here is the customer focus that this strategy helps Amazon become an empire. And talking about this is really about the use a company has to use a right customer support system that can not only obtain its customer by giving out bonus discount, but also capture the valuable data that can provide further insights on its customer behavior and figure out the marketing strategy and the entire business strategy behind that. The third point I want to highlight here is the endless innovation that Amazon has. I mean, maybe someone will think about a few years from now, Amazon will have its drone to deliver its product to the customers. And that's a fascinating idea. And Amazon not only innovates its technology, but also they have innovation in its management, marketing, supply chain or operation, and also human resources. So this continuous innovation is not only a key in the success of Amazon, but also it is critical to all kinds of company or organization. So in idea generation or the innovation strategy is a key to a business success as a result. So the second question asks you to identify 3 questions that you will ask in a survey conducted for a direct mail marketing campaign. I use Amazon to illustrate. The first question I give out is, based on the speed of delivery of this product, how likely are you to order it again? This essentially asks for the customer whether they are satisfied for the speed of the delivery. So it's ultimately a question about its operation or the operation strategy, operation management for the company. The second question I gave out is based on your interaction with the Amazon customer service representative, would you say your issue was totally solved to your satisfaction? So from a customer point of view, again, this asks whether the customer is satisfied for the service that your customer support gave. The third question is based on the Amazon homepage, would you say being exposed to advertisers and more buying options made you more or less likely to use Amazon for this type of search again? So this it's a question about whether your customer think the buying options, the advertisers on the homepage are useful, are effective for their buying decisions. If and also it's a question about the marketing strategy, especially the digital marketing strategy that Amazon has, whether they should keep it or not, or whether they should change it. The later part of the number 2 question asks for to create a RFM model and to justify this approach. So if I show here, you probably won't see clearly, so I will just attach it into the email. So the first is the recency. I'll call it as the last purchase. I categorize into 5 groups. The first one is within last 6 months. The second one is 6 to 12 months. The third one is a year to 2 years. The fourth one is 2 year to 1.5 year. The last one is more than 36 months, which is 1.5 year. And I simply made it up the numbers of the buyer and the total numbers, but the total number definitely has to be consistent because it's you get those from the same data group. Then for the within last 6 months, that is the highest score, because you definitely want to target the most frequent, the most recent buyers, and so that's why within last 6 months it's rated as 5, and beside that you got the you got 4 for 6 to 12 months, you got score 3 for 12 to 24 months, and so on. And for the second table, it shows the monetary value. So the monetary value I specified into 5 groups. The first one is more than $2,000. Well, this is a lifetime purchase of the Amazon product. It's not within a year or a monthly basis. The second group is 1,500 to 2,000. Third one is 1,000 to 1,500. A fourth one is 500 to 1,000, and then 0 to 500. You want to target to people who purchase a lot, and the more they purchase, the better. So in this way of thinking, I scored more than $2,000 in their lifetime purchase as a 5, and then you see the 4, 3, 2, 1 along with the diminishing lifetime purchase values. And then the last table here shows the frequency value. How often in a month they buy products from Amazon. So more than 7 a month is the number is the score 5 in the RFM model, because as a company you want to target to customer who recently just buy a product, because those were probably people who have a habit in buying products from Amazon. And then you have 5 to 7 amounts, 3 to 5 amounts, 1 to 2 amounts, or nothing. And the nothing definitely rated as the 1. So that's about the number 2 question. Number 3 question, it's a question about our own class. So we have 20 students, and I created 3 graphs here, which are also attached into the email. The first graph shows the segments of country, or the categories of by country. 13 are from China, 3 from Taiwan, 1 from India, 1 from UAE, and 1 from USA. So this graph really just tell that the majority of the people are from Asia, and China is the dominant country in the classroom. Later I will provide more insight into all 3 graphs. The second graph shows how many males and how many females are there in our class. 3 are male and 17 are female. It's really a female dominant class. And the third graph shows the age groups. There are 3 age groups. The first is under 22 years old. The second is under 25 years old, which is actually 22 to 25. The third is over 25 years old. As we can see, the majority are, well, all of them are millennials, and the majority lies into the 22 to 25 age group. So combining all the 3 graphs, there are many insights about a business idea and whatever. So for example, if I'm a Chinese food restaurant, or a typical East Asian restaurant, food restaurant, or sushi restaurant, then I can definitely target to this group, because we have so many, not only Chinese but also a lot of Asian people here in our in this class. So for an Asian food restaurant, it will be a smart choice to directly target. And also because for a clothing store, it will be smart for them to target this typical classroom, because we have 17 female potential customers, and the female are the largest group that buy clothes. So for a clothing company, it's also a wise idea to target this classroom. Another idea is we can start up a tutoring company for English as second language clients, because there only one is from USA. The other 19 students are all from international countries. So the English for them probably is not the first language. It will be pretty brilliant for a tutoring company to come and directly market to the international groups. The fourth question asks about the Northern Arrow business, whether they should keep the concept of frequent mile program or not. I strongly propose that the concept should not be abandoned. I give 3 reasons. The first reason is from a business analytics point of view, because this frequent mile program can track customer data, and it is able to see what its customer are doing, and it is able to categorize customer and prioritize its customer. And then the company can utilize database and modeling techniques to study, to figure out, to forecast the purchasing patterns of their customers. So this really provides some valuable marketing insights. And for the second reason, it's from a marketing point of view. We all know that this frequent mile program, it's just like any other rewards program in other kinds of companies. So a rewards program, a customer rewards program can obtain. So how this works is that members of Northern Arrow could obtain bonus, rewards, or discounts through this program, and then they can apply to their further purchase. So this really can drive up sales for the Northern Arrow company, because it is a great way to retain its customers, and also just like from the first point of view, the business analytics point of view, also you can track your customer and better communicate with them, with the right customer. The third reason I gave out is that having the frequent mile program is a way to further differentiate itself from its competitors. But simply having a rewards program is not enough to be unique, since many product and service companies have their own rewards program. The company really should build a unique customer rewards program that not only leverage its core competencies, but also fulfills its typical customer needs. For example, the JetBlue case. So JetBlue has their own rewards program for sure, but that rewards program they have, it's very unique, because they not only give them bonus back after their customer making flight purchase, but also they gave them discounts on other kinds of product, on a variety of kinds of products, such as Beats, the earphone, and a little speaker, and something like that. Because how they figure out, definitely not from their imagination. They definitely use some business analytics using the database they have from exploring what their customers' purchasing behavior is, what previous other kinds of product their customer have made. Using this kind of data, they can figure out what their customer also like besides holiday, beside flights. So I mean, one way they could do that, it's also collaborating with other agencies, for example, with a credit card agency. And the second part of this number 4 question asked from a customer perspective, and clarify what impact the cancellation of the frequent mile program would have on me as a consumer. So I give two thoughts. The first one is I will definitely be upset and complain, and I will definitely have some complaints on the reduction of the rewards program. This happens especially under a sudden cancellation of the rewards program. If this is so sudden and the company fails to communicate to the customer immediately or effectively, then their customer or me will be very upset. I will probably even use social media or Twitter to complain about this, because I have been a customer and I've purchased a lot. I have gained a lot of points. But if you canceled and I don't have a way to reimburse or to gain from this, then I will definitely have a lot of angriness The second thoughts as a consumer is, because I have those complaints, I will definitely switch to another company, and this ultimately lose attractiveness to to the company and also the values, because nowadays we the customer are becoming more and more experienced than ever before, thanks to the skyrocketing technology improvements. So this makes us very easy to access to different kinds of alternatives and options within. For example, if I don't like JetBlue, then I could switch to other cheap flights. For example, like Southwest or Allegiant. So I think companies should be aware of that. And from my customer standpoint, a point of view, switching to another company would be an impact of the reduction of the frequent mile program.